In this video, I'm going to do a deep dive on Hassan Haskins and Kimani Vidal. If you follow fantasy football, these are two names you've heard a lot the last 24 hours after Omarion Hampton was placed on IR, missing a minimum of 4 weeks. Last week, I told you guys to prioritize Michael Carter over Amari DeMarcado. That played out pretty well. Let's see if I can get this one right as well. My hit rate is pretty good. Ask in my comments what percentage of all my leagues I've won the last 20 plus years playing fantasy football. First, I'll break down Hassan Haskins, then I'll break down Kimani Vidal, then I'll give you my overall verdict. The big selling point for Haskins is he is a Harbaugh guy. He was brought to San Diego by Harbaugh. He played college with him at Michigan. This is a guy that has the coach's trust. He was on the field even before Hampton got injured. He was ahead in the depth chart of Kimani at that point. He also has slightly higher draft pedigree compared to Kimani Vidal. He was a 4th round pick as opposed to a 6th round pick. Hassan Haskins is a physical beast as well. He's 6'2", 230. He played linebacker for a full season at Michigan as well in college. Haskins just fits the mold for a coach's favorite type of player, especially a guy like Harbaugh. He runs gritty, he runs hard, and had the longest streak in all of college football, most carries without a fumble at one point at Michigan. Keep in mind, by the way, that for Hassan Haskins, for Kimani Vidal, I have rest of season rankings available on my site, fansports.com. A lot more detail there for every player in the NFL, updating it every day using AI and human expertise to give you the best rankings on the internet. With his super large profile, Hassan Haskins also profiles as a solid goal line back. He set the rushing record for TDs at Michigan with 20 as a senior. I mentioned this before, but the Chargers have a top 10 offensive environment for running backs based on my AI-powered projections. Their offensive line's a little banged up. Their defense has been solid still, though, so I like whoever gets to emerge here. Haskins' rushing TD record was actually surpassed later by Blake Corum, who supplanted him as the Michigan running back, and this is a guy that compares a lot to Kimani Vidal. Similar profile, similar athleticism. Vidal's a very different athlete than Hassan Haskins. He's 5'8", though he is bulky at 220 pounds. Elite college performance at Troy, also elite combine, had a top 5 athleticism in his class, more athletically gifted than Haskins, at least from a numbers perspective, a 40-yard dash, etc. Whereas Haskins has been very, very mediocre as an NFL player, getting around 3 yards per carry, pretty inefficient. We've seen Kimani Vidal flash some big playability. Vidal projects as a slightly better receiving threat than Haskins, though we do have to worry a little bit about how he performs in pass protection. Based on the film I've watched, I say Vidal has better elusiveness and looks more like a guy who could be an elite running back in the NFL than Haskins. I also like the fact that there was more of an unknown factor with Vidal. We haven't seen as much of him in the NFL. He's a younger player, and that's always positive when you're trying to guess how running backs are going to perform. So my verdict is actually that I like Kimani Vidal a little bit more than Hassan Haskins, especially from an upside perspective, a guy who could have some monster weeks the next coming weeks if he emerges, if he makes a big play or two. It seems less likely that Haskins will do something like that based on what we've seen so far. We sort of know what type of player he is, but he's likely to poach some goal line TDs, and he has a higher floor than Vidal. If you want a guy who's just going to be a solid bye-week filler and give you a chance at a touchdown or two, then Haskins is your guy. Let me know what you thought about this new video format. I want you to go check out fansports.com. I'm nothing without you guys, and your time is valuable. I don't want to waste it, so I really appreciate you spending a few valuable minutes of your day with me. Stay learning. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.